Hey everyone, it's T. Welcome back to our channel. Are you guys ready for an awesome adventure today? We're going to do something super cool. We're going to explore a very special day in history, April 10th. You might think it's just a regular day, but guess what? So many amazing and surprising things have happened on this day throughout time. We're going to uncover some super cool secrets and learn about things you probably never knew before. It's going to be like being a detective, but for history. Get ready to power up your imagination because we're about to jump into our very own time machine. Whoosh! We're going to travel back, way back, and then zoom forward to see all the incredible events that made April 10th a day to remember. We'll meet inventors, see giant ships, and even witness a big change in how we watch our favorite shows. It's going to be an epic journey, and I'm so excited you're here to explore with me. Are you buckled in? Is your curiosity ready to blast off? Awesome! Let's fire up the engines of our time machine and set the date for April 10th. We have so much to discover, from tiny inventions that made a big difference to giant ships setting off on legendary voyages. Let's go, and see what amazing things happened on this special day. It's time to start our historical adventure. Our first stop is way back in the year 1849. Whoa, that's a long time ago. On April 10th of that year, a super smart inventor named Walter Hunt had a brilliant idea. He was trying to figure out how to pay back some money he owed a friend, and while he was thinking, he twisted a piece of wire, and guess what he made? He created the very first safety pin. Can you believe it? Something so small and simple that we see all the time was invented on this day. It's like finding a hidden treasure in your craft box. Before Walter Hunt's awesome invention, people used straight pins to hold their clothes together. Ouch! Can you imagine accidentally poking yourself with a sharp pin? That would not be fun at all. But Walter Hunt's safety pin was special. It had a little clasp on the end that covered the sharp point, so it was safe. That's why they call it a safety pin. It was a genius idea that made life so much safer and easier for everyone, from babies needing their diapers fastened to grown-ups fixing their clothes. It's amazing how a small idea can make such a huge difference in the world. Think about it. This little metal thing helped people all over the world. It kept clothes secure without any surprise pokes. Walter Hunt's invention shows that you don't have to build a giant rocket ship to be a great inventor. Sometimes the most helpful ideas are the small ones that solve everyday problems. So next time you see a safety pin, you can say, "Hey, I know your secret. You were patented on April 10th, 1849. How cool is that?" Now let's hop back in our time machine for our next stop. Okay, time travelers, our next destination is the year 1912. Whoosh! We've arrived on April 10th and something huge is happening. And when I say huge, I mean gigantic. On this very day, the most famous ship in the world, the RMS Titanic, set sail on its first ever journey. It was an enormous ship, bigger than any that had come before it. People called it the Ship of Dreams, and everyone was so excited to see it glide across the ocean. It was a really big deal. The Titanic left from a city called Southampton in England, and it was headed all the way to New York City in America. Imagine standing at the dock, watching this massive ship pull away. It was filled with thousands of people, all ready for an exciting new adventure across the Atlantic Ocean. The sun was shining, people were waving goodbye, and the ship's giant horns would have been blowing a loud toot-toot. It was the beginning of a story that people would talk about for more than 100 years. This was the very start of its legendary voyage. Now, many of us know that the Titanic story has a sad part, but on April 10th, it was all about hope and excitement. It was a day of new beginnings and big dreams. It's important to remember that every big story has a starting point, and for the Titanic, that day was April 10th. It teaches us that big events in history are made up of many different moments. And this was the moment the famous journey began. Okay, let's get ready for our next stop on our April 10th adventure. To the time machine. Alright, let's set our time machine's dials again. This time, we're going back to the year 1847. We're here to celebrate a birthday. On April 10th, 1847, a baby boy named Joseph Pulitzer was born. Now, you might not know his name right away, but he grew up to be super important. Joseph Pulitzer became one of the most famous newspaper publishers ever. He was like the king of newspapers. He wanted to make sure everyone could read the news and know what was happening in the world. Joseph came to America when he was a young man and worked really hard. He started his own newspapers and filled them with exciting stories, pictures, and even comics. He believed that newspapers should not just be for rich people, but for everybody. He wanted to tell true stories and help people by sharing information. He was so good at it that his newspapers became incredibly popular, and he became a very famous and powerful person who used his newspapers to do good things. But here's the most famous part. Joseph Pulitzer loved great writing, and he wanted to celebrate the best writers, journalists, and artists. So, in his will, he left money to start a very special award. It's called the Pulitzer Prize. Even today, it's one of the biggest and most important awards a writer can get. So every time you hear about someone winning a Pulitzer Prize, you can remember that it's all thanks to Joseph Pulitzer, the newspaper superstar who was born on April 10th. What a cool legacy to leave behind. Let's zoom forward in time. Our next stop is April 10th, 1954. This one is super exciting because it changed the way everyone watched TV. Before this day, all television shows were in black and white. Can you imagine watching your favorite cartoons in just shades of gray? It would be so different. But on this day, something magical happened. The very first color television commercial was broadcast all across the United States. It was a huge moment that added a rainbow of fun to everyone's living rooms. The commercial was for a company that made TVs, and they wanted to show everyone how amazing color television could be. It was probably a big surprise for people watching at home. Suddenly, instead of just black, white, and gray, there were bright reds, brilliant blues, and sunny yellows right on their screen. It was like watching a cartoon come to life for the very first time. This one commercial showed everyone what the future of television would look like, and it was bright and full of color. This event on April 10th was the beginning of a whole new world for entertainment. After that, more and more shows started being filmed and shown in color. It made everything more exciting and realistic, from cartoons to nature shows to big sporting events. It paved the way for the awesome, colorful videos we watch today, just like this one. It's amazing to think that it all started with one special broadcast on this day. It totally changed TV forever. We've had such an amazing journey through time today, haven't we? We saw a tiny safety pin, a giant ship, a newspaper superstar, and the first flash of color on TV. All of these incredible things happened on April 10th. It shows us that any day can be a special day where amazing things happen. And that got me thinking, what if you made some history on April 10th? You don't have to invent something or set sail on a giant ship to make your mark on the world. History is made every single day by people just like you and me. So I have a challenge for you. Think about what cool things you could do on April 10th to make it a memorable day. Maybe you could invent a new, awesome game to play with your friends. Or you could write a super creative story or draw an amazing picture that no one has ever seen before. You could even do something kind for someone, like helping a neighbor or making a card for a family member. Every act of kindness, creativity, and fun is you making your very own history. Your history doesn't have to be in a big book. It can be a happy memory that you create for yourself and others. Maybe on April 10th, you'll build the tallest block tower ever, or learn to ride your bike without training wheels. Or maybe you'll start a project to help clean up a park in your neighborhood. The possibilities are endless. You have the power to make any day, including April 10th, an important day in your own life story. So go out there and be an inventor, an artist, a helper, and a history maker. Wow, what an incredible adventure through time. Thank you so much for exploring all the amazing secrets of April 10th with me today. We learned about the super smart safety pin, the legendary voyage of the Titanic, the birthday of the man behind the Pulitzer Prize, and the day TV exploded with color. It's so cool to think about how many different things can happen on the very same day in history. It really shows that every single day is full of potential and surprises, just waiting to be discovered by curious explorers like us. I had so much fun traveling through time with you all. Now, I have a question for you. Which fact was your favorite? Were you amazed by the tiny safety pin, the giant Titanic, the newspaper superstar Joseph Pulitzer, or the first color TV broadcast? I can't decide, they were all so awesome. Make sure to go down to the comments and let us know which part of our April 10th adventure you liked the most. I can't wait to read all of your answers and see what you thought was the coolest piece of history. And hey, if you had fun today and want to go on more awesome adventures with me, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our next journey. We have so many more cool things to explore and learn about together. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.